Okay, I think this is blog like 17 or something, but I'm in Zurich right now, Switzerland, and like seriously just so annoyed and angry, and this is like the worst day ever. I woke up at my hotel from yesterday, and I decided to take the late train, the latest train that I could to get to where I needed to go, to end up getting to Switzerland to spend the afternoon and a few hours, and then take a night train to Amsterdam, and then hop on a train over to Brussels. But the lady at the train station and Fussen or Fussen or whatever the hell it's called, I don't even care anymore, she told me the wrong platform for the train, and me being as stupid as I was this morning, it was the only train there at that time, so I should have known that it was that train, but I was standing on the wrong platform, so I missed the train. So I sat there for another hour waiting for the next train, and I got on that one, and it was going to be okay because I would still make my connection to get, you know, where I needed to be by the time I needed to be there. And so I got there, and I got on my connection train, and for whatever reason, I dozed off for a minute, and I woke up, and the back half of the train is gone. I was in one of the middle cars, and then all of a sudden I was in one of the end cars. And apparently at one of the stops, they disconnected half the train, and the first half was going to where I need to go, and the half that I was on was going somewhere completely different. So I ended up some random city, and I had to take a connection from there to another random city, and it was like all this small town crap. And she told me the wrong platform for, she gave me a printout and I had the platform on there, and then they ended up changing the platforms. And by this time I'm so angry and annoyed and frustrated because it's like 3, 4 o'clock, and I've been on the train and in train stations all day long, that I actually was noticing what was going on around me and noticed that the platform changed. So I got on that train and ended up making it to Zurich, but my last train came in at 20:42, and my night train to Amsterdam left 2 minutes before that, 20:40 or whatever. So needless to say, I missed my night train, which is fine because I didn't get to spend any time here anyway, so I got to walk around a little bit tonight, and I'll get to walk around tomorrow morning a little bit, and then just take a train out to Brussels from here. But it was just so frustrating, and it's so expensive. There was no hostels in Hostel World for here, and I got off the train, and I kind of walked down some back streets because I figured that they would be cheaper than a hotel on the main street. And everything was booked, and nobody had any vacancies. So one of the guys at one of the places gave me a map, and he circled a bunch of hotels for me, so I finally found one, and it was freaking expensive. And I'm not happy about it because this room is shitty and crappy, sorry. And it's worse than some of the hostels that I have actually stayed in for, you know, a fraction of the cost. So I paid an arm and a leg to stay here tonight, which I didn't even want to stay here tonight, and I spent the entire day on trains in random towns thinking I was never going to get out of them with all these stupid train changes and whatnot. And so all of the frugal spending that I've done staying in all these crappy hostels was kind of just for nothing, so that I could just blow my budget here on this room, which I'm angry about, very angry about. But that's okay, it's just a frustrating day, and it'll be fine when I get out of here tomorrow, and it's just, everything's so expensive here. And they don't use the euro either, so that sucks again, but I have my credit card, so I'll just use that for everything. But it did kind of make me feel better, because when I finally got on the right train to get here, there was another couple, an older couple sitting across from me, who were panicked about getting on the right train because apparently they had done the same thing I did, where they got in the wrong coach of the train and they got disconnected at some part, and they ended up somewhere they didn't want to be. And then another younger couple got in and sat next to me, and they were talking. Turns out they did the same thing earlier in the day too, so everyone was all panicked about being on the right train. And I guess it's something that they do in the smaller stations, because some of the stations that I was at today weren't even on my Eurail map. But I just went on and on about this frustrating day, and nothing even exciting happened. It was train stations and trains and whatever else, expensiveness and waste of money here. But felt like I was on the freaking Polar Express today, like just driving through the snow, endless snow and trees and fields and snow and more snow. Polar Express, except it wasn't freaking express because it took all day long.